Good morning, church. Have you heard these quotes? Those who forget history are doomed to repeat it. Or this one, history doesn't repeat, but it sure does rhyme, attributed to Mark Twain. I like to study history. It's one of the few subjects where I excelled in school, besides music and lunch. I also like to study prophecy, biblical prophecy, because it is simply history written in advance. Today we're going to look at Daniel chapter 2, where Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, has a dream about a statue with a head of gold, arms and chest of silver, a belly of brass, legs of iron, and feet of iron mixed with clay. Now, no one in the king's palace could interpret this dream because the king really couldn't even remember it well himself. So they called in Daniel, a man of God. And he says in verse 20, "Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. He changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding." Daniel goes back home and receives the interpretation from God in a dream. And it's this. The image represents the kingdoms of this world, the first one being Babylon, where Daniel lived, followed by Persia, then by Greece and Rome, with the fifth kingdom that is yet to come. You see, God knows ahead of time who the kings and the kingdoms of this world will be. So Daniel goes back to the palace, explains all of this to King Nebuchadnezzar, and the king is literally floored. It says in verse 46 that King Nebuchadnezzar fell on his face and answered unto Daniel, "Of a truth it is that your God is a God of gods and a Lord of kings and a revealer of secrets, seeing thou couldst reveal this secret." So what does this little bit of history have to do with us today? Well, we're lucky to live in the United States of America, which could be considered an empire. As long as I've been alive, we've been the world's superpower. Our dollar is the world's reserve currency, and we've become the policeman of the world. But will it always be this way? We're about to have an important election. People are concerned. Who will be the president? Will we be a socialist nation? Will we continue to be a nation at all, or just part of a larger world government? The fifth empire is yet to be played out, but know this, that history will prove the prophecies of the Bible to be correct. It will all happen the way that God has planned it to be. And we know that there will be no lasting peace until Jesus, the King of Kings, returns to set up his eternal kingdom. It reminds me of this old song by Bill Gaither. Jesus, 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 let all heaven and earth proclaim. Kings and kingdoms will all pass away, but there's something about that name. To quote President Ronald Reagan, if we ever forget that we are one nation under God, we will be a nation gone under. So as you go out and do your civic duty to vote, remember also it's your Christian duty to be a light in this world of darkness. Until next time, God bless.